They could go sit in the corner for a bit.
Yeah, they say if you tell that voice to go sit in the
can
corner
go
and
sit
the
in the
voice,
corner
then that
and
voice
scream
goes take a sit in
as
the
far
corner
as
with the
I'm
voice.
concerned.
Indeed.
Alright, well, now that we've been rattling on, I think for probably an extended period of time with audio that we cannot use,
Well, that's good.
Some of it might be salvageable.
let's maybe make a start on this actual podcast episode.
Sure.
So
We
before
can never do these live.
No, we can't do these live. If it comes up to being live, we're all screwed.
Oh.
I want to take this moment as well at the top of this episode. So normally we'll be heading into a recap, and we will be doing so shortly. But I wanted to take this time to address a little bit of something that happened at the end of last session, and I think it would be really interesting for our listeners as well going forward. And that is that all of you leveled up from level 1 to 2. So
Yeah. Pumped.
pumped. It's one of the
Pumped.
it's every player's favorite thing to get more powerful, and every DM's favorite thing to be able to throw more dangerous monsters.
It's my favourite thing to hang out with you guys.
Oh.
Ditto.
Well, in this particular case, what I also want to do, because we've been running for a few sessions now, and I know that people have guessed classes and all that kind of stuff from what they've listened to, but I'd like to also do a little bit of I think it's interesting to see what decisions people made, what they might want to reveal about their character that hasn't explicitly come out. Obviously, you don't have to reveal everything. So I'm going to go around the table right now with all the guys, and we're going to talk about the level 2 level up and a little bit about their level 1 choices, what they've gone, why, what interests them about the class, or even if, want to keep secret things for secret reasons, you can. In that particular case, I'm going to start with Tim, talking about Horacio. So I'm guessing your level 2 is that classic, cross-class of Cleric 1, Rogue 1? Yes?
Yeah, well, I don't know how you guessed, but hot damn, what a guess.
No, but tell us what you're serious. What was your level 2?
Well, I'm a level 2 cleric now. There's no other classes invested. Mine's a pretty simple one. So I got an additional feature called Channel Divinity, where I can call on the power of my god to do cool stuff.
My God.
My God.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got another ability based on that I can use once, every short rest or long rest. I've also got another spell slot, which means I can prepare one additional spell for use. And that's pretty much it. They're the two big things for a level 2 cleric, I'd say. Channel Divinity and another spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about and just because we were talking specifically as well, is there anything about sort of level 1? Like, because you also with clerics have to make decisions at level 1, more so than other classes actually.
Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, yeah, you did say that. I thought you meant level 2, and you meant to say 2. So, would you like me to talk about my actual character?
As much as you're comfortable with. I mean, what you don't have to go deep into story stuff, but
okay. I'm going to be careful here. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, but, I guess you could just recap on...
Yeah, I mean, what I've done so far is already out there, I suppose. So, as most people probably already know, I've got a feature called the Healer. That's not related to my class, though, but I do have a special feature that I chose called Healer, which sort of empowers my... or makes my Healer's kit much more effective. How can I say this? In that combat, I did, I suppose, stabilize or prevent my comrades from dying a couple of times, and I'm not terrible at that. So that is one thing that I specialize in, and that's kind of it for now.
Did you want to talk at all about the domain for your cleric, or do you want to keep that still close to the chest?
I don't know. No, I'll talk about it. Why not? I don't think we need to go too...
Don't have to go too deep, but I figured it might be good to, especially for newer listeners.
Yeah, okay, so I am... what do you call it again when you're a cleric? You
choose your
domain. Yeah, it is domain, yeah. Yeah, so as a cleric, you choose a domain. I chose a domain called the Grave Domain, I think it is, which sort of focuses more around He helps you keep people from dying. You get some bonuses against things that are already dead, like undead. And that's kind of it for now. And then as I level up, I'll get some more cool features.
Class features, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
more stabilizing, preventing death, / boosting stuff against undead stuff as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I find the Grave Domain Cleric particularly interesting. I've dabbled with that a bit as well. And I think I think the healer feat is a really underrated feat, like especially for anyone that happens to carry a healer's kit at all. Like it's a really good feat to try and fit into your builds. So yeah, absolutely. I think we've seen that feat used to great effect already.
So far it seems to, yeah. Definitely at its key.
Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for that. So what I might do now is actually move over to Andy to have a little bit of a talk about Wodun and some of the choices that he made. I think Wodun's probably the one that's the most could be up in the air class-wise, because there's different feats you can take to get some of the stuff he's showed off early on. What do you want to talk about your level 2 and even just talk a bit about your level 1, Andy? What would you like to reveal to the audience?
I feel like I gave it away last session. I think I used...
To those in the know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if what my other options are, but so I used Hex, and I am my level 1 otherworldly patron is the Hex Blade.
So that would make you a warlock.
I'm a warlock, yes.
Okay.
Fairly standard so far. I've got my Hex, obviously. And I didn't really use it, but got Shield for level 1, which... Oh, God, there goes my phone.
Oh.
which I've now actually dropped for level 2. So you can make those changes between levels?
Yeah, so once per level in Warlock, I can swap out a Warlock spell. So I've gotten rid of Shield, and I've picked up Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty excited to give that a whirl. I also got my Eldritch Invocations on level 2. So I've picked up Devil's Sight and Fiendish Vigor.
Okay.
So I get some temporary hit points pretty much all of the time.
Okay.
And I see everything.
Well, so that's interesting. You're going with Warlock, which is typically a caster class, but you're also going the more... the Hexblade would imply that you're sort of a bit less reliant on direct, magic or range magic, especially with Beefcliff, right?
With Beefcliff.
Interesting build, yeah.
Fun fact about Devil's Sight. You actually see better in total darkness than you do in low light.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It does not provide any sort of means to see better in low light if you don't have low light vision.
Right.
But it does help you see in
blizzards.
in
Excellent.
just straight darkness.
Okay. Does it give you true sight, or is that a different thing? Oh, that's a different thing.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it lets you see through magical darkness as well,
Yes.
which is a big gap.
It's a big one because
It's a big one.
yeah, you can. Okay, all right. So we've got that's a Hexblade Warlock developing over there as well, which is interesting. As I said, normally Warlocks are typically caster classes, so bringing it back to a more melee focus is great.
How can I use spells when I've got such a good-looking hammer?
That's true.
Who needs magic with a beef cliff like that?
All right. Well, I certainly couldn't think of anything else you could possibly want but a beef cliff by your side. I'm going to move now, if it's okay, to Zimma to talk a little bit about Carnelian and some of the choices he's made. I'm thinking
Bards
level 2.
don't get many choices at this level. They do not get their specialization until 3rd, like a lot of classes. But Bards do get, at 2nd level, Jack of all trades, which gives them half their proficiency bonus, so minimum of 1, to everything that they are not already proficient in, which makes them a Jack of all trades.
It allows them to basically roll on anything, because they're technically proficient in everything at that point.
In addition to that, though, I get Song of Rest, which means that everybody can heal a little bit more when we spend hit dice during a short rest. And we've seen Bardic Inspiration in action.
Yep.
So my primary choices so far have been my spells, which I have opted for. I wouldn't say non-combat, but non-damaging. spells.
Yeah, the interesting thing about bards, especially with their spell choices, is they can fit a wide variety of roles. A lot of built-in utility with that class.
One trait I have chosen is I've taken a mechanically unusual race, not a player's handbook one. It is from Voldos. But I believe the Kobold is getting a rework in a upcoming book. No, not in Tash.
Oh no, it's a different one, right?
I do think they did appear in Tashes with the errata that removed their con penalty, their strength penalty.
The Kobold cut.
But yeah, so in addition to Dark Vision, I have Sunlight Sensitivity, which counteracts the pack tactics that Kobolds have, unless of course you're playing in a setting that is perpetually Twilight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call power gaming.
I would also like to point out that the DM signed off on my racial selection before the game began.
It still made me upset.
I'm doing primarily a spellcaster. You won't
it's true.
You're going to see me hit things with the rapier less and less as the game goes on. But yeah, so that is the description of my class.
Sure. Absolutely. Bards are a great class to fill a lot of different purposes. You can make melee ones, you can make spellcasting ones, you can make, heaps of different choices there. So it'll be interesting to see what you choose, especially with your specialization.
I'm interested as well, because I think that makes me the only melee character at the moment.
Well, I don't know. Let's maybe throw it over to Jen to talk a little bit about Svieta. Choices that she's made as well. So definitely that level 1 sorcerer. No, what are we talking about here?
Actually, a paladin. I don't know if you could tell. No, I'm taking a more primal aspect and going Circle of the Moon Druid as my level 2 choice.
Okay.
Which enables me to immediately be able to transform into CR1 creatures, which I have a list of creatures I can transform into based on the environment that we're in, which includes a bear, so I'll be joining you at the front line.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
So I think...
maybe a bear.
Am I right to say that at level 2 is when druids first get their ability to shape change?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 2 charges per day. Per short rest.
Per short rest.
And I just get one more spell.
Bless you.
Bless you. Other than that, there's really not much else. I mean, it really just shows that I'm a druid now. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped because druid is my favourite class to play.
It's funny, actually, out of all the classes you guys decided to choose, most of classes when you play D&D get their specialization stuff starting at 3rd level, like the Bard that we're talking about. But clerics get it at level 1, they get to choose their domain. Warlocks start getting their pack stuff at level 2, and druids start getting their circles. So, Jen's taken was a Circle of the Moon, so it's more focused around that shape changing.
Very much
It tends to be primarily the martial classes that start coming into their specializations at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Monks, fighters, barbarians.
But even wizards as well.
Wizards get it at 2nd.
3rd level. They get their school at 3rd level, I'm pretty sure.
I mean...
I would have to check, but I was fairly
would also
sure.
have to check because you have made me unsure of myself.
Now I'm unsure too, but we'll continue either way. But yeah, for sure. Just for context, because I know that Jen threw out something there as well. CR. CR is what's generally referred to as challenge rating.
Yeah.
It's what the DM can use to sort of determine how tough a monster is when they throw it at a party. Generally, druids that aren't Circle of the Moon can turn into lower level things, like lower CR creatures, and Circle of the Moon allows you to sort of go up to some higher stuff.
Yeah.
But it actually sort of goes into a bit of DM territory there when you're constructing encounters. You're looking at the CRs of the creatures and what the party might be able to handle. I won't go into the math of how you work that out.
I just want to retract my statement about the bear. That's actually a challenge rating of 2.
Yes, I don't think at this level
Are you
you
looking
can
at a
go...
black bear or a brown bear?
I was looking at a polar bear.
Yeah, because
check out the black bear.
Well,
I'm sure there is a bear that you can
Is that
start.
appropriate?
hang on. I think we also want to try and be environmentally appropriate for Jen's shape changing. Druids usually can turn into things they've seen before.
Are you saying that black bears wouldn't be up north?
Maybe not. Let's find out.
I mean, this used to be a foresty kind of land before it was turned into an absolute barren wasteland.
How many kinds of bears live in Canada? All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
live in Canada.
Oh, we're in Canada?
Listen, we're not in Canada.
Oh.
So
Oh, sorry, no, we're in America. We're actually in Alaska.
I was thinking more Siberia. But anyway,
black bear half rating, so.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's the brown bear.
Bear.
You can-
Black bear.
Oh, no, I was saying if you want a
Yeah.
CR1 bear, there is a CR1 bear.
Oh,
Pretty sure it
okay.
would be the brown bear or maybe grizzly.
Maybe.
in any case, we're going to try and keep it appropriate to the environment that we're in. I think this makes a lot of sense when you're getting the druid stuff.
Definitely a mammoth then. Yeah,
That's a challenge rating one.
yeah definitely.
Or not.
I think that might be slightly higher.
I think it's 8.
To resolve the
no,
earlier
6.
nerd off, arcane tradition for a wizard is level 2.
Oh, okay. Yep. Zimma's right.
Nailed it.
I'll defer.
He becomes the DM.
Congratulations, Zimma.
No, that's cool. I'd like to make my character now, please, Mr. DM.
Oh, no.
Uh,
All right, give me all your notes.
well, here's the campaign. Also, my character is psychic because he knows what's coming up. Anyway, thank you guys for sharing a little bit of insight for characters, and I know whenever I hear this stuff, I love to hear what players choose and what they're going on. So, I'd love to keep track of that as we continue, as long as your characters actually survive.
Thanks.
Well, let's go for a recap then from there, because we can talk a little bit about how dangerous it is to survive. Last week, you were mid-combat with I'm going to say a group of thugs, brigands, bandits, however you want to call them.
Stinkies.
Led by a
Ne'er-do-wells.
led by a ne'er-do-well named Samuel. Most of them were sort of picking at you from the forest line, with.
Sorry, question. Was
Yeah.
his name Sam Ne'er-do-well?
Well, if I had been more intelligent about what I was choosing for character names, that's what it would have been. But we're stuck with Samuel now.
Hey, that took me like 3 episodes. And there's a lot more than, an hour between each. And I finally came up with it.
But it was Samuel Ne'er-do-well. He did pose quite a challenge as he had approached the party and laid out to at least 2 of you, in some cases multiple times, bringing you close to death. I would like to consider it was a pretty close fight, actually.
Some sickening blows.
But the party did prevail. They did protect their precious cargo of alcohol, and very importantly, Dogcliff didn't die.
Yay.
Bruce.
Good boy.
Can't say the same about Jeff, though. Can we?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh, we can never say the
I
same
didn't
about
want
Jeff.
to
May the Belor rest his soul.
Wasn't
I
it
didn't want to have to
Gregory?
bring it up, but Jeff. All right.
You're the
I
one
feel
that
like
brought
I'm
it
the only one here who has no context for
His
Jeff.
dead dog.
His other dog
Back-
from
back-
his backstory
Oh.
dog.
Unknown status dog.
Yep.
Was it
Backstory dog.
Gregory or
That
Jeff?
happens to
Potentially
live
still
near a
alive
necromancer.
Pretty sure it
but
was
we're not going
Jeff.
to talk about that.
Was it
Yeah,
Jeff?
it was
It was
Jeff.
probably
Yeah.
Jeff, yeah.
It was Jeff.
Sorry.
Jeff
it's
for
your
sure.
dog.
Don't worry, you'll go back and listen to the recording.
It'll be a different name.
It's going to be a different name every episode.
First thing
Yeah,
came to
next
head is
episode
Jeff.
it's Bill.
Bruce.
Bill.
In any case, you managed to finish off that fight. The last of the bandits scattered when their leader went down. You managed to get everyone back up and running, like everyone got conscious again. There was, I would like to say, a bit of a almost like a post-battle, almost like a ritual. We had Svieta taking the body away of Samuel and placing it in the roots of, or in the base of a tree further off the beaten path. So something also to consider, that it did feel a bit like that. I don't know if there's something you want to talk to.
Wait, did any of the bandits survive? I thought the one who did manage to run got shot.
At least 1 or 2 of the bandits survived.
I think one got away.
Yeah, you.
I think we managed to shoot one
Yeah.
down as 2 of them ran.
Most of them did die though. Yes.
Lone Survivor is good. He can tell the rest of his crew how big badasses we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was some post battle cleanup, I guess, or some post battle, stuff.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's called there. I'm just
What's
curious to see how that
catharsis mean?
develops.
It's a nice
It's
coincidence
like,
that we leveled up.
Feeling of satisfaction, like
Yeah.
everything has been
Like a resolution.
Yeah,
Okay.
Satisfaction from resolution is a good way of
And
putting
does
it.
the word cathartic come from that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Well, as Jen did mention, the party did level up after waking up the next day and riding the next couple hours at the start of town. I described it as rounding the corner. Let me see if I can get the description here again. Rounding the corner on the route and finding that on the lake, the Caer that the town is named after, jutting out in prominence, overlooking the lake and the town. And that's where we left off last time. You guys are pretty close to town at this point, but it is still fairly early in the morning. I think probably before mid-morning at the moment.
It's perpetual dawn. Who's to say?
Perpetual mid-morning.
Perpetual mid-morning. So you have a choice.
It's time to get a watch.
You're coming.
I've got a sundial. It's the best I can do.
Yeah, that works really well in the perpetual dawn dusk.
Twilight?
It's about past.
Half past perpetuality.
Quarter to infinity. So I'm going to throw it over to you guys to let me know what you want to do. You are approaching the town. It's still morning. Yeah.
Oh my god, guys, did you see that last guy? And he was like running away, and I was like, yo, you're not going anywhere, buddy. And I shot him from behind with my Eldritch Blast. And then, did you guys see that? That was pretty cool, right?
That
cool?
ability that have you used that before?
Oh, yes.
Pretty sure he shot one of those, like, little blue goblin things.
Oh, I did, yes. The little ice
crabs.
Oh, yes, that's right. Right at the start. That's right. Oh, yeah. Is that something that they taught you at the
guild?
Guild?
Yeah. I learnt that one not long after high school, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nifty.
I mean, it's kind of my bread and butter.
Oh. You know what my bread and butter is? And I reach into my thing and pull out a little salve.
There it is.
And I mean that literally. It's shea butter. It's lovely. And I put it back.
Oh, is that what that smell is? It smells delish.
We have to work in salve every episode, don't we?
It's the trademark.
Oh, no.
Provided it doesn't compromise the active ingredient, go nuts. That's why they smell amazing.
I'm going to imagine that this conversation is taking place on the sled as you're sort of on this wide turning road that's starting to come out to the periphery of town.
Carnelian will take steps to, like, settle down, like, low and, like, hood up.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to be seen.
Okay. Yep, you can do that. I won't make you roll. I think that's okay to do.
Good call. And I pull the tie out of my hair and flick my head around.
And
let my hair out.
Momentarily stunned as it just flashes in the breeze.
So luscious.
Are you trying to attract a mate or something?
I just want to look good when we roll into town. I want to look cool. People are going to be like, wow, look at those majestic guys.
That's what Carnelian said.
Oh. I must have missed that.
Jen, is there anything Sveta's doing?
Largely ignoring this conversation and concentrating on the dogs.
That's fair.
I was thinking about my dry skin. Would that shea butter go well for skin?
It would, but I am very limited in supply, and they do help moisturize skin, but
Come on,
they also
man.
help save lives.
I only got one set of hands.
You're approaching town, and you are right at the... You're starting to come into some of the more of the houses now. Everyone except for Svieta, roll me a history check. Maybe might be most appropriate here.
Including me?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that's a natural 20, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Nice.
History.
I mean, history would be a 6 for me.
6? Yeah, okay.
3.
3. I think so. You're all talking away.
Sorry, that's a nat 20 for a 24 total.
Shit.
I wasn't going to ask for the total because I think you were going to. I thought you'd definitely hit it.
Total.
I think Carnelian and Wodun is possibly talking back and forth about attracting mates.
Who looks the coolest?
For Wodun. As that's happening, Because Horacio and Svieta are on the back of the sled, right?
Front.
The back because the dogs, like so the
Right,
middle,
yeah.
So
Sorry,
the dogs
yes.
are up front. So
Would
you're.
it be at the front of the...
Wouldn't we?
I don't think. I think last time because me and Tim fell off the back.
I was thinking more like a dog sled, but they're on the back and the carts at the front. The dogs are at the front.
Oh, with the... Okay.
That's what I'm thinking about in my head. Maybe I've misrepresented that to you guys.
I feel like we've had. I feel like this is definitely like a revamp of the sled that has happened between sessions.
Oh, God.
Sled's
Maybe
been
some modifications.
polymer-
Well, in any case, you guys were together last time that we were doing this. So
Wherever we are, front or back, we're sitting side by side.
yeah, so Horatio, one of the things you notice as you're getting into town is like you don't see any people out right now. It's pretty deserted, and this is a bigger town than Goodmead.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I cast False Life.
Okay.
I have 7 temporary hit points now.
Sure.
Suck it.
How long does that last for?
Great question. I haven't read the spell. What do you think this
You
is?
just cast it all
1 hour?
willy-nilly.
Okay, cool.
And I will continue to cast it every 1 hour.
All right.
Is it a cantrip?
Yes.
It's a
I get it from my Eldritch Invocation.
Nice.
Ah.
So that you can
Pretty
cast it
nifty,
at will.
actually.
Yeah.
That's good.
Permanent temporary hit points.
All right. Yeah, that's
No
what you
one.
notice. You don't see people on the streets. If you think you catch someone, they quickly duck away. Like, it's very, very empty feeling.
Can I just
Carnelian
ask,
thinks your looks aren't perhaps working. Maybe you should try a different style.
Oh my god. Do you think it's me? Is that why
Crit-
they're not
critically, I don't believe you two have noticed. Unless Horatio says anything.
So that my 24 history, is that what it got me?
Yeah, it's sort of like it's. I used history because you'd been in a couple other towns here, and you're sort of comparing it to even other towns locally. You feel like it feels empty, like it feels cold and empty.
Being here in 10 towns for a couple of months, would I have been to this town?
Would you have been to this town? I don't think you've told me. No, you said you were more local to the Goodmead, and then the larger cities, either East Haven or Bryn Chandra. I don't think you'd come up to Caer-Dineval or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, I'll relay to the group. Be on your lookout. This town's too empty. It shouldn't be like this.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do?
So the dogs, as we enter the town, I'm not worried at all by just how quiet it is.
You're not?
No.
Should it be this quiet?
I was here recently. It's roughly on par with how it is nowadays.
Any lights in the windows? Movement in the windows?
Yeah,
Are we being watched?
so you're taking a look around. You do see lights in the windows of some houses. Obviously, it's daytime, but you do see movement, like curtains.
Perpetual
sort of shadowing.
fires going.
The perpetual... We're going to run this joke into the ground. The perpetual curtains.
What is the size of this town? Like, what would they be sacrificing for their protection?
Yeah, so you probably do know this one, and Svieta certainly does too. They'd be sacrificing usually food. So it is a larger town than Goodmead. It is a larger town than, say, Duggan's Hole or something like that. But so that's why it feels like almost forebodingly quiet. Yeah.
Don't stare in the windows.
Carnelian wasn't planning on staring at anything.
Good.
Wodun's staring into every window he can see, looking at what's inside, trying to see people, comfort himself.
You running your fingers through your hair.
I've tucked my hair behind my ears so I can see properly, Gotta get my peripherals.
Should have just left it tied up.
Catch every angle.
Why didn't you leave it tied up?
Because I have to look cool.
Oh, okay, sorry. Not familiar.
Svieta, you're now coming up to essentially a crossroad where you could turn southways and go towards the lake shore, or you could continue north and it would take you around the town. Like the town is sort of shaped like almost like a C shape with the road, and all the houses line the road as it goes around. At the bottom, you've sort of got the docks the south side of the town. And at the north side of town, just before the road then leads away further north, you've got the Caer, and you've also got a couple other notable locations as well. You're coming up to this crossroads. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't know if you want to include this or not, but with the notes that you'd given me, knowledge of the town, where the uphill climb tavern is?
Yes, so that's further north.
Yeah.
So if you head northways, basically if you follow the sort of C shape around to the north, and just before you would turn north out, again I'm saying north a lot, but before you turn north out of town, you can then continue around towards the uphill climb or the Caer. They're sort of at the very top half of that C, top part.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to head there, please.
Sure. So you turn the dogs northways, and you're running the main part of what would essentially be
a gentle jog.
Town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going fast. You're not going slow.
Going the speed limit.
The posted speed signs.
Svieta, you seem to know where you're going.
I do business here.
I see.
Yes. And turn away. Continue on.
Okay.
Are there more people now that we're getting closer to the...
Being more central in town, you're noticing more people either holed up somewhere. No one's sort of like... You do now occasionally see people on the street walking about their daily business. They're all rugged up. They very rarely look at you, or some of them are like sort of look at you and they'll quickly look away if they notice that you're looking at them. And they'll just shuffle away at what they're going about their business. It's just a very uninviting atmosphere, really.
Can I reach in my bag and pull out my tankard? And are any of these mead kegs or whatever we're delivering them in, do they have like a tap on them? Can I...
So they're in barrels, and they're sealed.
That's it.
So if you're wanting to like tap one, for example, you'd actually have to get like a tap and properly
A spigot.
Or a spigot, or even just unbarrel the whole thing. But if you do that, you're essentially opening one of the barrels up.
All right.
Perhaps not the wisest decision.
I'll crack it with an Eldritch Blast. No, wait.
Well, the barrel explodes and you're one barrel down. But no, so is there something you wanted to do there in particular?
I was just going to try and create a bit of excitement for the town.
Okay.
But I
can
can't
still
get
do
it in
that
these
otherwise.
goddamn barrels.
The mead's not for this town. We probably shouldn't tardy.
Oh, it's not?
You're trying to deliver
glad
the
you guys
mead
told me.
possibly a little bit further north. Olivessa had said that she thinks that these two towns in particular might be hit hard by there being lack of mead heading out this way. And the ferry that runs out here, I think we mentioned in a previous episode, has stopped. So this town, and particularly the further north town of Caer-Dineval, she suspects might be running, might be a bit low. So she'd asked you to take it further north, but...
Is there any particular reason why we didn't deliver to this town as well, I wonder?
That's a good point.
Good question.
Carnelian.
You do have a few barrels. Like, I would say you have, say, 4 barrels worth. Not massive ones, not big barrels, but good-sized, medium-sized barrels.
Did Olivessa, is it?
Yeah.
Did she ask us to deliver all 4 to this one location?
She said that was your destination, yeah. But she sort of... You have to also remember that Olivessa was kind of taking over in the absence of the speaker.
Kendrick.
Of Kendrick. Thank you for taking notes.
My boy.
I was going to have to pull up one of my old notes. I mean, it's conceivable that she is trying to do the best that her judgment is. And certainly you have no idea what the further town is for you, Horatio. You don't know what these towns are like. You've never been to any of these.
No.
So, yeah. If you're continuing on...
Yeah, I'm just letting Svieta lead us because I have no idea where I am. But I am keeping my eyes open.
I mean, we gotta drop off a barrel for this town. Look at them; they need it.
You're heading around the corner, and you can now see ahead of you, in some distance, the uphill climb, as well as the road north going to Caer-Dineval, and you can see the Caer now looming closer and closer as well.
Is that the tavern?
The uphill climbers, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
I mean, maybe they need it. They look pretty sad.
Everyone is sad when the winter has come. We should just continue onwards to the next Caer, but probably rest here for a bit.
This morning, though, shouldn't we press on while it's lighter than not at all?
Be nice to get some supplies for ourselves.
Like a shield?
Maybe.
Like a salve?
Perhaps.
I think it wouldn't hurt to stop in briefly.
Okay.
We should probably deliver the news about Kendrick.
Yes,
do not know.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Would this town not have its own speaker?
Kendrick is dead, and they don't know that yet. They should probably be informed.
I think Olivessa asked us to inform the other towns as we went
Yes.
of Kendrick's passing.
To answer Carnelian's question, because you probably will know, every town does have its own speaker as well.
And they form like a council, right?
Correct, yeah. Council of 10, I believe. Is it 10?
10 towns, 10 speakers?
10 towns, 10 speakers? Yes.
Do there's like a little dwarf settlement? Do they not have like an active role in the politics?
We have to go to every town and find out.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
Do you know what the name of the council is? I do.
Okay.
What?
Surround sound.
Hey!
Oh my god.
10.1?
I don't know what the point one is, but let's go with it.
If you'd like to, because you're probably less familiar with these towns, although you're familiar in some sense, you could make a roll if you'd like to recall the speaker of this town. That would be a history check as well.
Alright, well, Carnelian has not been here before, but he can attempt
But you
it.
might roll a 24 too.
You might also.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
That is a 12.
12.
12.
You know it's a...
12.
You're right, you haven't been here before. You vaguely remember that some human is the speaker of this town.
That sounds like the extent of Carnelian's knowledge.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Wait, humans look different from each other?
Oh,
Yeah.
Used to Carnelian.
fantasy racism.
Well,
They
that's
look
what you sound
different.
like, apparently.
Horacio and Wodun look different.
That's true. Carnelian's lining that.
He's beautiful and
They
I'm
speak
not.
different as well.
Little bit.
Except for my crusty hands.
It's crusty.
We need to get this man a salve.
Or a lotion.
Carnelian thinks it's the cold, like it's drying out your skin.
It's definitely the cold. What I could really use is some shea butter. Just give it to me, okay?
Where are you finding all the oil for the... You got like a supply of tropical plants up here?
There's eucalyptus trees around.
It's the Siberian eucalypt. Very difficult to work, but it's possible if you know what you're doing.
So you're approaching now the uphill climb.
Yeah.
The last of the houses are now just sort of fading back. You've passed the northern turn to go further up road, and there's a small, slightly winding path going uphill, but only very slightly. And you can see the a tavern ahead of you, fairly sizable, called the Uphill Climb.
Alright. I'll bring the dogs to a slow.
There
Sup
is
the dogs.
There is a stably sort of area that you could conceivably tie them up.
You can get him to do like a doggy indicator so that all the ones on the left side lift up their
Yeah.
legs all at once. You know, like
Just don't get them to,
cyclists.
Like, yeah.
Just don't get them to peel left to one side.
Need to
That's
melt the
real
snow
indicator.
somehow.
That's the amber.
Yeah, that's the amber.
What a display. Dogs pissing periodically as they move forward. Putting in.
Not welcome in this town at all.
Oh gee, I wonder why.
There is a stables area if you'd like to take them, or you could tie them up elsewhere if you'd like to as well.
No, I'll just take them over to the stable.
You approach and you don't notice any other horses, any other dogs. You don't see anyone else at this stage.
Is travel via dog common?
It's fairly common in the 10 towns, especially in winter. Horses don't do quite as well in the winter months, especially the deep cold. But of course there are still horses. Dogs just tend to be a little bit more reliable for some of the especially going cross country if you're going off road as well. And they tend to fare a bit better in that kind of heat, in that kind of cold.
It's just more the question is, like, the stable is designed with dogs in mind.
It would definitely be designed with dogs in mind here. It would be silly for them not to. In the winter months, it gets just as cold as it is now. So yeah, dogs are common enough.
Cool.
Okay. So you pull the sled up. You let the dogs sort of into the stables. They know if you've got there's some food and water that you can put down for them. And they just sort of, you hear them yipping and barking as they're sort of working off the excess energy, and they're playing with each other. As you turn around and you can see there's a lamp light that is lit in the doorway, indicating that surely someone must be here.
Is it safe to proceed, Svieta? You think?
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
You open the door and step inside. You swing the door open and you can see a fairly large open area that has a number of different tables, all of which are empty. In fact, most of the seats are turned upside down and placed on top of the chairs. There's a couple of tables, though, that have chairs down, but still no one in them. And at the bar, you can see a rugged middle-aged man who's cleaning a tankard. His face is somewhat drawn. He seems to be working at a particular spot in the tankard, and he's just sort of muttering to himself.
Perpetual tankard.
Perpetual tankard. This perpetual rust tankard.
Excuse me, do we wait to be seated, or
What?
should we get the chairs off the table?
I didn't see you there. Svieta, it's good to see you back around in town. Sorry. Sure, sit down somewhere. I hope you like chowder.
I love chowder. What's chowder? Oh, I don't love that.
Same question, but from Carnelian now.
It's fish.
Oh, fish!
Yes. It's too bad, Wodun. That's all they have.
Oh, I'm so sick of fish. Everywhere in these towns you go is, oh, you want some fish? No. What, do you want some fish? No, I don't want fish.
What do you want?
I want red meat.
Most of the towns are situated around with lakes and
I understand
rivers.
that. I'm tired of it. You know what? This guy can't hear me, can he?
Everyone.
I mean, he's just looking straight at you. Shall I go get the chowder?
Yes.
And he puts down. He almost rolls his eyes, puts down the tankard, and just walks around the bar. And there's a small little door that swings out, and you can see a light inside, but you don't hear anyone talking or anything like that.
How many people are in here, approximately?
No one else.
No one.
It's just you guys. Yeah.
I go up to the bar. What? Wonder what's on tap. Can I see any taps?
Yeah, you do.
Any mead?
You can see a couple of taps in the middle of the bar. None of them are labelled.
Can I get a mead as well?
What?
Mead.
I don't have any mead.
What do you have?
Hope you like chowder.
Don't. Oh, you said chowder again.
It is a shame you don't know prestidigitation. Ooh, that's a bit French.
Maybe I do.
Ooh.
Carnelian knows prestidigitation. If you can...
You can probably help out Wodun then.
This isn't a matter at all.
Carnelian could, change the taste of your chowder if it's not to your...
That'd be
taste.
cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would like that.
Sorry, satisfaction.
Can you alter the taste of food?
It's a very simple trick. Well, spell. It's magic.
Simple to you, perhaps. I'm not aware of it. Can you perhaps change the taste of my chowder to tropical fruits?
What's tropical? Not chill.
Carnelian, repeat after me. Summer melons.
Carnelian's never had tropical fruits before.
No.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
try something a bit more temperate. And...
Okay, apple.
Yeah, Carnelian can do apple.
Apple, please.
I'll have an apple too.
Okay.
Not red meat? Venison?
Damn it. Is it too late to change?
Really? He hasn't done it yet.
Oh, good. Yes, good call. Red meat.
The chowder's still in the kitchen.
I'm very sorry, Carnelian.
Every so often, like, you guys are like, every so often you guys are talking to each other and you hear, what? Chowder! I hope you like chowder.
We got no apples.
Ain't no apples around here for months.
I didn't say that. I said I can't wait for my chowder.
What?
You know, I worked on hearing before. If you like, I'm happy to look at those ears.
It's like full of there's like wax like leaking down.
Oh, no.
That's not wax, that's chowder. Eventually, after a bit of muttering, this guy comes out, and he's got 4 bowls with wooden bowls with wooden spoons, and he's just like, he just sort of walks up to you, to the 4 of you, and just places one down in each in front of you. It doesn't look particularly warm. It looks like it's sort of lukewarm, and he's like, "All right, you can pay when you finish. Two copper a bowl, as you would know."
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He walks back to the bar, grabs a tankard.
I think we're all at the bar.
Huh?
I think we're all
I
at
think
the
you
bar.
guys said you'd gone to a table, or are you at the bar?
I went to the bar.
You went to the bar, yeah. But is everyone at the bar then, or is that
Uncomfortably so, yes.
okay? If everyone's sitting up to the bar and just he puts down all the chowder, and he's just like, "You need a booster seat, little man." Looking at Carnelian.
Shakes his head.
All right. And he's like, just goes back to he grabs that tankard again. He's just really working at it.
Tankard noises.
Do you have anything to drink?
Drink.
That's pretty.
Come on now,
pretty good.
Svieta. You know better than that. We don't have anything here.
Thought something might have changed in the last couple of days, but never mind.
Well, if the good folks of Goodmead would happen to send us a delivery our way, maybe we would have something. But with the ferry out, we have nothing.
It's so weird that you ask.
What? What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
This town was
Come
recently under an attack, and the speaker is dead.
This town?
No, not this.
Oh, thank God.
Of Goodmead.
Goodmead is under attack?
Yes, the speaker did not die from this attack, but he is dead. I've forgotten the speaker's name.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick is dead.
Kendrick's dead. Oh, then I don't know why you're telling me. You should probably go and talk to. You should probably go to the car and maybe talk to Crunk.
Well, you asked why there was no meat coming, and I told you.
We haven't had meat for months.
I know.
Ever since the ferry shut down, we stopped getting regular deliveries of anything. Actually, everyone's a bit tense.
Can I ask your name, sir?
My name? Oh, forgive me. Where are my manners? My name's Rourke.
I am Horacio.
Well
Wodun.
met, Horatio.
Wodun.
Wodun. All right. I know Svieta.
Carnelian.
Ah, yes. Welcome to the uphill climb, I suppose.
Carnelian's a kobold. Would you believe that? Look at him.
Kobold.
Oh shit.
You are.
What? What?
Just pulls the hood down over his face even further.
Svieta, we don't serve kobolds here.
Make an exception.
Carnelian just reaches into his purse and pulls out 2 silver pieces and puts them down and
It's copper.
pushes the 2 silver over.
He looks at you. He looks at the silver. He looks at Svieta. Scoops up the silver and goes, "What? No.
What
Kobold, why would you say such lies? Anyway. Are you happy, little man? How's the chowder going?"
Carnelian will mutter something in Draconic under his breath and then snap his fingers a couple of times and suddenly the food is not only warm but also tasty.
Nice. Okay.
I'm fine with chowder.
Thank you.
It tastes
It's
like apples.
It's nice.
Incredible.
Well, that you... Okay. It's the first person that said that in a while. All right.
Maybe laying it on a bit thick.
No, Carnelian does think it's nice.
Okay.
He's not lying. It's good now.
Oh yeah, it is really nice.
Raw. This is a triumph. Delicious.
Your one hasn't changed yet.
No. So it's 1 cubic foot of
Chowder.
I would like to think that you have to cast individually your apple one from your red meat one
No,
from
that's
whatever one you did for yours.
That's a good. I mean, no, Carnelian would continue to eat fish because that's nice, but he would just make it better fish.
Yeah, exactly. A nice fresh knucklehead trout.
But he can heat them all at the same time, and then just
Sure.
do
I mean, I'll let you do the individual castings.
Yeah.
She won't give you too much more. You bite into your chowder, and it's this weird sort of like spongy fish that tastes like apples, and the creamish sort of the chowder just doesn't seem to fit with this sort of fresh fruit vibe. And it's weirdly like, is it warm? Is it warm apple pie or cold?
No,
snappy
I
apple?
like to think it's with like the texture. It's kind of like become like a custard apple kind of thing. And it's just like
it's still weird. Like the textures don't quite.
the
fit.
texture doesn't match the flavor.
Exactly.
Curious textural element.
But it undeniably tastes like apples. And same sort of thing for Wodun. Like, it tastes like red meat. Looks like fish. Tastes like red meat.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Isn't there a fish that is supposed to actually taste like red meat? Or very close to it?
You're talking to someone who doesn't eat fish, so
How do you live in Brisbane and not eat fish?
let's not go into it.
Because he's weird. Well, you even lived in Hong Kong.
Let's not get into it.
That's a very good
I
question.
know, I miss eating fish.
Shh, you can eat it. I'm not.
I don't want to offend.
Well, just don't heat it in the microwave.
Damn it!
Putting fish in the microwave.
Gross.
I mean, people at work. Anyway, let's move on from.
Let's
fish.
move away from the real world.
Yeah, exactly. Back into this fantasy setting that
This
we've made for
chowder's a
ourselves.
delight.
I'm glad you like it.
Whilst we're eating, I just want to ask him: is Speaker Sivir available?
Yeah, I'm sure he's available if you go up to the Caer. He hasn't really left the Caer much lately.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if he was able to be spoken to.
Yeah, you should be able to see him. I mean, surely the speaker needs to know of such important tidings as the passing of a speaker of another town. You should definitely go and see.
Can I roll an insight?
You sure can.
Well, like,
Insight. 10.
I mean, he's giving you like the information you're expecting.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go after the Chowder.
All right. Yes. Yeah. Should go. That'd be good. to see
Maybe
other people.
don't share this information until the speaker does.
Well, I'm sorry I can't share it to my adoring customers. And
Yes.
he's just like crestfallen.
Yes, great.
is there anyone around? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, not here, clearly. But in town, people just go about their day, try to go out the lake and punch a hole in the ice to fish for trout. Go out to the wilderness to try and see if there's any other game, but, I mean, food's getting scarcer and scarcer these days, and soon I fear that we won't be able to make sacrifices anymore. And, I think it's no secret everyone's a bit on edge since the ferry service was cut from East Haven.
Did the river freeze over or something else?
Yeah. Well, they say that's why the ferry can't come in. Surely they can break up some of the ice along the way. They have a pretty big ferry out there, but
Just out of character. Carnelian's first stop in the Ten Towns was East Haven. He wouldn't have stayed for very long for fear of his own life, but would he have noticed anything about the ferry?
let's see. Let me take a look at East Haven.
Because his trip so far has been East Haven, then Goodmead, and now here.
Yeah, East Haven's pretty massive. It's pretty large, especially compared to
Yeah, I think it's the
places
second
in
largest town in the Ten Towns.
And there is a pretty extensive dock area that to the north of the town. There's a number of different docks that lay out there. The lake is pretty frozen over. But there are still parts where it's still water. It hasn't completely frozen over. So it's conceivable that maybe a ferry could break through. At the same time, if it's frozen over enough, it might be difficult and dangerous to do. The ferry service being closed is not necessarily a unusual decision.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you.
What?
Nothing.
No, he just gives you a curt nod as he's still just polishing the same tankard.
Svieta, what can you tell us about Speaker Siva? Seem alright?
Oh, it's
He?
Cannot Siva. They haven't been around. Well, each time I've come here, they've been, I think, very sick. Perhaps
Siva.
you could do something.
The town speaker is sick.
Yes.
Carnelian's tip would be to not draw attention to the fact that he exists, because it is dangerous for Carnelian's health.
Sorry, yes, I totally forgot about that. Both in character and out of character.
No kidding.
I like how Wodun just Deadpooled it. He's just still you're just talking and doing noise like, alright, no one's gonna talk to me.
Look, did you have a customer recently?
When was the last time you came through?
I
It was
don't know.
you.
A few days ago. Yeah, I think you're the last customer that came through.
I don't think I drank.
Nope.
Seem to be nursing at the glass very closely to yourself.
Yeah, gotta do something. Yeah. He's just like, oh, puts it down, picks up another one. It looks clean, and he just starts.
Don't you want to clean the bowls instead? Or
Uh,
are you expecting a shipment of drinks?
I guess we could, but I'm not expecting a shipment of anything for, well, ever. I don't know. It depends on if the ferry service gets underway or some other delivery comes, but I'm not really expecting anything.
Forgive my ignorance, but what's the destination of the ferry?
The ferry runs out of East Haven, comes into Caer-Dineval, and then makes its way further north along the lake to Caer-Dineval, generally. I think it might also go around from there. But all I'm concerned about is just how it goes locally, I suppose. I haven't really thought about where else it went. I'm pretty sure it just runs to those three. There was talk at one point of making the ferry service run all the way to Duggan's Hole. I think some people there was talk about making at least get Goodmead. That way they could make shipments easier, but that was a while ago.
Well, you should know that we are attempting to end this winter.
Oh
So
yeah.
don't give up hope just yet.
Oh yeah. I see. Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Thank you. We'll need it.
Finish my chowder and just head out. Just no prompting.
I'm going to
Just
do that
gotta go.
ASMR sound when you got like a wooden bowl and a wooden spoon. That's it.
Yeah.
Please continue.
So I think Svieta, you said you were. I heard you say, but I think we were just.
Yeah, I'm gonna just lower my bowl and just leave. Just head out earlier. My tail is a bit more agitated than usual.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna go.
Put down the copper for the-
swish every now and again.
Did you put down the copper for the?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the 2 coppers.
Two copper.
No tip. I'm
Cheap
Australian.
cheap bowl of grub that
Yeah.
Yeah, very cheap.
sticks to your insides. What is everyone else doing?
I placed 3 coppers on the bar.
Rock gives you a nod.
Carnelian hops down off of the stool.
Yeah. You've already paid your silver, so
He sure hopes he has.
just like copper as well. Yeah. So you hop down. What about Wodun?
Yep.
No, that was for the bride.
2 copper.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's what he's...
And you can hear his stomach audibly, like, growling. Is that...
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, as much as Carnelian can make it taste different, it is still fish.
It's true.
Oh, I don't feel amazing.
Wait, aren't you from Luskin?
Is this going to be the Brisbane fish thing all over again?
That's his background.
Oh, maybe that's why he's sick of fish, is because he comes from Luskin.
And just because I'm from Luskin, it doesn't mean this chowder's good.
That is 100% true. This is not great chowder even by chowder standards.
Chowder snob.
So you all exit the tavern, the uphill climb. You making your way to the dogs? I mean, you could conceivably also walk if you wanted to the Caer, or you could take the dogs with you. It's a little bit of a climb, but not arduously so.
How far to walk?
Good 10 minutes walk, maybe.
You think Svieta, do you think the dogs would be safer here?
No.
Bring
I
them
think we should take them with us.
Right.
Okay. You exit the uphill climb and just turn to the stables where the dogs are still... They've calmed down a lot since you sort of let them off.
Yeah.
So do you hook them all back up and get them to come with you? It makes the climb only a few minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to pat Dog Cliff?
Yes. I give him a scritch.
Scritches.
Hey, Dogcliff. Excuse me, Dogcliff. I just had some bad chowder. Oh, excuse me.
Did you just fart all over your dog?
Silent.
I'm so sorry.
You then get all hooked up. I'm not going to make you do, because it's a pretty short trip.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do a handle animal check, but you eventually get them in line, and you make your way out of the uphill climb, continuing the winding path that led you up here to the castle, the keep above. It sort of overlooks the rest of the town. Looking back, like if you're really wanting to sit back and take in the vista, it's actually quite beautiful looking it over the town from up at this sort of cliff level. It overlooks both the town to your right and then the lake to the left. You would think that if it wasn't just all white snow for a lot of cases, this would be quite a beautiful place to look out over. A sturdy stone castle, devoid of warmth and ostentation, squats atop the cliffs, overlooking the town and the frozen harbour. Warding the castle entrance are thick, battle-hardened wooden doors. 4 cylindrical guard towers have wind-worn flags bearing the town's heraldry, fluttering above their tiled conical roofs. These towers are connected by icy battlements and parapets. Atop the castle walls and within the guard towers, torches flicker.
That's pretty cool.
Can we see anyone?
Don't see anyone right now.
Okay.
Is there anywhere to put the dolls?
No. You're just on the road, essentially leading up to the castle.
So is there like a castle grounds? Is there like a main gate and then the grounds?
You're approaching the main gate now, so you're on the outside of like a large wall that encompasses the rest of the castle. You just see the gates leading out ahead of you, and they're closed.
Should we just approach slowly? Do you think there's anyone there to even see us?
I don't know. Should there be guards?
Hello?
You holler out in the icy cold. Oi! Who goes there?
It's Wodun. I'm with Svieta. Do you know Svieta?
I ain't no sweater.
Svieta, not a sweater.
Do it. What? No, I'm quite warm up here.
With a V.
Sweaters don't need V's.
Some of them do, but that's not what I'm saying. Can we come in?
No. The Caer's closed. Care's closed
I don't.
to all
care.
visitors.
Oh, you hear that, guys?
There
Care's
you go.
closed. Let's move on.
Here's a pun. Even a pun.
Why is it closed?
I'm afraid the speaker simply cannot entertain visitors at this time. He is too sick.
That's why we're here. We have salves.
This is good. Good.
What?
Salves. We have them.
I don't know who Sally is either.
Oh my god. Let us in. We need to see the speaker immediately.
Nope. I'm afraid the speaker can't entertain any guests. He's too unwell to leave his bedside right now. Please return from whence you came.
I will heal him.
No, it's okay. We have plenty of medicine here.
Well, why is he still sick?
It's he's got the what? Flu?
Do I even need to sense motive that?
I mean, you can if you want to.
I would like to.
What do you know?
Sorry, it's not sense motive
Yes.
anymore. It is
Insight.
now insight.
Insight check.
The skill in prior editions was called
sense
sense
motive.
motive.
The same one
But
with
it is
reflexes.
the same, but it is essentially the same
Yeah.
skill.
It is wisdom, and it is the ability to deceive someone's true intent.
Gotcha, yeah.
That is a 21.
Oof, I won't even bother.
I mean, clearly he's
He is
he's not on the level.
so full. I mean, he's all the way up there.
He's all the way up there, yeah.
Wait a minute. What did you say your name was?
I think he said his name was Flu.
Dang.
Your name's Flu?
I am. There are some who could. No, I can't do that. I'm Barrack. Yes, but don't worry about me. Go back.
Oh, you're Barrack. We have a delivery for you. Look. Hold up one of the mead barrels.
Barrack's a fake name, though. No, I'm not expecting any deliveries.
It says
today.
right here on the barrel.
Carnelian's ears lifting up out of his hood, and he's just listening. He's like,
Mine
Guy-
are going straight back.
guys,
It's just like it's alcohol there.
guy-
No, we're not expecting any deliveries to the castle. We're quite alright up here. Please go away.
I just in a hushed tone, so they can't quite hear us. I think this man might be lying to us.
What?
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do it.
Are you lying to us? No, I didn't say that.
Oh, the best character to.
What should we do then?
Is the
need to
seeker
get
ill? Is he genuinely ill?
Yes, the speaker cannot possibly entertain guests. He is unwell, and we have no need for your heathen rituals to heal him.
I'm not a healer by spiritual means.
Oh, everyone's a heathen. We're quite alright in here.
I cast Charm Person.
Is the cat?
You have to see the person to cast Charm Person?
Can I not see
Probably
them?
also has a range.
No, he's sort of calling out over the battlements sort of
Oh.
thing. You don't see anyone.
I was thinking it was
Also-
the
Also,
guy
charm
from
person has
Monkey
a. Yeah, that is what everybody is currently.
Yeah.
Can Carnelian kind of look around and see do the walls go all the way around the?
Yeah, so you would. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know necessarily off the bat, but this castle is surrounded by high walls.
Is there anyone else maybe patrolling the wall?
You don't see anyone.
Can we actually see this person?
No, I wasn't able to cast.
How
mean-
how high up?
Oh God. Did it have a descriptor? I think it's going to be a standard, maybe 30 feet or so. Let me just check to see if there's anything here for it.
Oh my God, Svieta, put your shirt back on. Did you look over the balcony?
You look up.
Did you look
Did
over
you
the
look down?
balcony when I said that?
I mean, do you want to make some kind of persuasion check?
You should make a deception check.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is it? Deception.
Deception, I suppose.
Well, it's deception because you're not actually doing it, right? If she was doing it, that would be persuasion.
That would be persuasion. So
It is
yeah,
too cold.
You could.
I mean
It would
those
be
nipples could cut
persuasion if you
diamonds.
took it.
They'll see my cat bell though.
What?
Wait, what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we just revealed a character. I feel like we just revealed a character trait.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It must be pretty good if we haven't heard it before.
It's
That's
underneath the
a strong 12, like the higher end of 12, almost a 13.
12.6.
Make a perception check.
That was it.
No, that was
another one.
That was deception check. I mean perception check. P instead of D.
Give
Well,
him a D.
I don't think Sveta has one of them. That's worse.
She
Last
didn't
time I
give him
That's a 8.
She didn't give him the T, so you got to give him the D.
You think you catch a shadow like up on the battlements from someone, but you not quick enough.
Maybe they are the D. I don't want to encourage this.
Oh no, my pants fit. No, I'm just joking.
Oh no, my
When you
penis
start with
fell
that,
out.
can I just
You
walk up
believe
to
that?
the gate and push it
Yeah.
and pull it?
So you try to. It does appear to be locked, or possibly barred from the other side. It doesn't budge.
Okay, just making sure.
How what is there like a decent circumference of the wall? What is the perimeter kind of size?
Okay, so to answer a question that someone asked earlier, the battlements and parapets are about 20 feet high.
Okay.
And I would say it's not a big keep or castle, but it's probably at least... is this key to 10 feet? Yeah.
I cast false fight.
It's probably at least a couple hundred feet on any given side. Yeah.
Did he, just for clarity, did he say before that he didn't believe in any heathen healing?
He said, like... he did mention, like, oh, we don't need your
Took it away.
heathen rituals or anything like that.
Heathen. Okay.
Do we want to break in?
I was thinking the same thing.
Can you give me an angle before we try to break in?
Nope, we're breaking in.
Okay.
Okay.
They're lying to us? Maybe they have the speaker hostage. Carnelian's experience tells him that when you help people, they tend to be less hostile.
I'm trying to convince him to let us in. I'm not interested in helping him. Might save us having to break in. Especially when he's just standing above the door. We're probably watching us.
So you guys are sort of muttering and mumbling. Can the rest of you make a perception check?
Yes.
The rest of
So
us.
who's-
You made yours a bit earlier, yeah.
Okay.
Who's rolling? Sorry.
Sorry, that would be Svieta, Horacio, Carnelian.
Perception, you said.
Perception, yeah.
That is a 16.
Okay,
Oh, what is it? 15.
14.
14. I mean, this is enough for all of you. You think you can spy now the top of the battlements. As you guys are talking, you see sort of this head pop up, and he's just looking out. And he sort of ducks away. And he just sort of like, almost like sticky beaking at you.
Go on, hit him with the
Is
religion.
there
With religion.
Who the old Jesus stuff?
the walls like wood or stone?
Stone.
Are they like mortared?
Yeah.
Hey,
It looks pretty well fortified.
Wodun,
Yes.
could you like make a lot of noise? Could you like just be you out the front of the gate for a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Just
for
show
sure.
them-
I'm always me. I'm keeping
show
it
them
real.
what like a cool dude you are?
Oh, watch this. I'll go and start swinging on a branch of the nearest tree.
I mean,
What a display that would be.
I'm gonna say there's no trees
Look at
nearby.
this. Like
Oh,
do a
there's
few
no
pull-ups.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say there's no necessarily trees nearby, but
Son
you
of a
could
bitch.
just find a
could bench
you could
press a
find
dog.
you could find a horizontal bar somewhere. That you'd be like, yeah, check this out. And you start
I'll
doing
do a- I'll
pull-ups.
do a
While
cartwheel.
this is happening, Carnelian's gonna like move as close as he can to the wall, and then just kind of like start like circumnavigating along like the along the wall, keep like pressing up to it, and just like looking up like as he go, he's gonna like do like a full circuit, and he's just gonna, as he's looking up, he's gonna like see if he can't find like any area that's got like more like cracks in it, or it might be for instance easier to hammer a pitten into.
Okay, Wodun, make me a performance check.
Performance 21.
Okay.
Oh,
So you are able to do. I'm going to say this takes you probably. You're not necessarily stealthing, but you're close up against the wall, a few hundred feet. This will take you several minutes at least to get around. It's not a big castle, but it's a big enough one that will take you a little bit to go. The rest of you are just sort of like this performance by Wodun, just doing pull-ups. Yes, sweat. Watch this man. Did
you take off your
embodiment of man?
Yeah, I get a bit warm. I take my fur off.
Yeah.
I'll do
I mean,
running,
you
running,
can't be sweating into your cold weather clothing.
No.
That would be bad.
No.
Exactly. So you're just this half-naked man finding a place to do pull-ups, and these guys at the top. Now you can see like a couple heads poke out, and they're like leaning out over. It's like, he's got some biceps. You see it? How many can you go? And it's just like they're just talking back and forth. They're just looking at you. There's a couple of them now that are up on the battlement.
Watch this. Watch. And I'll do a cartwheel into like a backflip, but I like mess it up. It's because the snow. on a flat surface, I can do that easy. Hang on, I'll do it again.
Just these like 9.5, 10.
Incredible.
The rest of you doing anything, or are you in awe of?
I'm just sort of calling out and saying, "Isn't it magnificent?"
Just the commentators off to the side.
Yeah.
I'm entranced. I'm actually purring.
But you're the Russian judge. You've got to give a 6.
No, I'm very stoked about it. There's a deep purr. I'm very entranced by this.
Okay. If there's nothing else that's being done in the meantime, you'll eventually circle around and see them. There's no like bad side of the wall. It all looks fairly well maintained. You do like taking a look at the top. Like you can sort of like if you're just listening for a bit, you can hear sort of people maybe walking up and around. So you'd think it would be patrolled, but of some description, but you can't tell like exactly when necessarily.
Oh God. Oh, I got some cheddar. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
As you're saying that, one of them pops away and the other one just sort of like looking out over at you.
You don't want to miss this. This is the best bit.
All right. Now he's just like, he looks down at Horacio. He's like, looks at Wodun.
Did that other guy come back?
No, it's just you. It's just him. What would you like to do, Wodun?
Oh, that was it. I'm taking a break because the chat has kicked in.
Just to go back to, you can, like, I was talking about this before, is like, you can see the person now as well. You said you wanted to do a charm person.
Oh, I was waiting to see what Carnelian was doing.
Please.
Charm person.
If you'd like to. I was just, because you mentioned it earlier.
Do check the range of charm person.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's only 30 feet.
But the wall is 20
feet high, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's why I was waiting to see what you were doing.
Sorry, I didn't, just because you said it earlier, I wanted to give you the chance if you wanted to do it again.
That's right.
Okay.
You should do it.
He's in range.
He is in range.
Flex your
Is he
biceps,
though?
Adam.
I'm pretty,
He
like...
is, yes.
Alright, okay. Charm person.
Okay. Let's see. So is that I would assume I have to roll to
It's
resist.
a whiz.
Okay.
Wisdom 13.
Okay. So I just imagine that you've just done this whole performance and then you're just sitting there going, oh, the chowder. And then when there's this one guy, you just like look up and do you point to them? Do you do anything in particular?
I like do one of the like once I've finished, when the what are they called?
Gymnast?
Yeah, like a gymnast finishes and they do the Y shape with their arms.
Yeah.
I do one of those and then I go and I point at him and go charm person.
All right.
Beautiful.
Okay. So once you do that, yeah.
Thank you. I'm here all day, but if you let me in, I can show you even more moves. I can even teach you a thing or two. You and your friends. Whoa, that I didn't mean to sound like that was weird.
My.
Didn't
He
mean to
really
sound
is
like
a
that.
genius. You won't want to miss this.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Unless charm person. So what is actually
Charm?
Give me a rundown of charm person.
Basically, they make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are regarded as a friendly acquaintance. But at the end of charm person, they understand that they were charmed.
Okay. In that case, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. All right. It's a 16.
I could be the prettiest dancer.
I think you would be. You look like you've got the arms for it.
He like snaps out. Oh yeah, it's all right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Give me a minute, and then just like, how long does charm person last?
An hour.
Yeah. So the shape, the head disappears from the parapet above, and after a couple of minutes, the doors, the big heavy wooden gate doors to this keep, start to slowly creak and swing open. And we're gonna have to find out what happens next week's reflex save.
I mean,
That's immoral.
Yeah, well, he's a villain.
imagine if literally any character in Harry Potter just had a gun.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But like, alakablam, but like...